What's up everyone, George the Regular Dad here, back with another video, trying to bring you the best tips and tricks for automotive maintenance and care. Today we're going to be talking about ways to maximize your fuel mileage, specifically 10 ways. Let's get right into it. So to begin with, probably the most important thing is going to be your tire pressure. You want to make sure that it is set based on the manufacturer's specifications. And the reason for this is if your tires are underinflated, they're going to have a larger contact with the road. This is going to cause extra rolling resistance, and it's just going to cause your car to have to work that much harder to keep it going the same speed. If you keep it inflated properly, then it'll have the correct amount of contact with the surface to maximize traction and fuel mileage together. Be careful that you don't overinflate, because if you overinflate, you can actually cause the tires to wear unevenly in the center. Moving on from there, you want to make sure the car is properly tuned up. And when I talk about tune-up, I'm talking about spark plugs, wires, cap and rotor if it's equipped, coils. You want to make sure that if these things haven't been changed at the recommended specification times, you're going to go ahead and replace them. The next thing you're going to want to look at is your air filter. A dirty air filter is going to choke the engine out, and it's going to make it have to work way harder to accomplish the same amount of work as a clean air filter. The engine having to work harder is going to burn extra fuel. Next important part of keeping your fuel mileage maximized is going to be your fuel filter if the car is equipped with one. Now, not all cars are equipped with a user replaceable fuel filter, but a dirty fuel filter obviously is going to cause bad performance. It's going to lower your fuel mileage. Keep in mind that some cars that you can change the filter on are going to require special tools. Another thing you can do, whether you have a fuel filter or not, is a fuel system cleaner. Now there's the pour-in ones that you can go to, say like Advance Auto Parts, AutoZone, O'Reilly's. You can even get them at Walmart. You just buy that, pour it into the gas tank whenever you're filling it up, and let that run its course. There's also professional systems where they isolate the fuel system and they run it only off of this fuel cleaner. What that's going to do is allow the injector to spray properly into the combustion chamber, giving you a nice even burn. Now, something that a lot of people don't consider when it comes to fuel mileage is your engine oil. If you are using too heavy of an oil, it's going to cause the engine to have to work a whole lot harder than it needs to spin everything over. You want to stick with the manufacturer specification for oil weight. You don't want to go heavy on high mileage engines. This is a myth that a lot of people have been stuck on. It can also, on modern vehicles, cause damage by using the wrong weight oil. Modern vehicles have variable valve timing, and the variable valve timing can be damaged. There's lots of components in there that can be damaged by going too heavy. And this one should come as no surprise, but excessive idling. You want to avoid excessive idling, because that's just going to waste fuel, because you're sitting there burning fuel and not getting any miles. Now, this doesn't apply to diesels, because diesels basically use no fuel sitting idling. Another good tip is going to be to use cruise control when you're on the highway. Most people don't have a good steady foot to keep the car going the same speed, so they end up speeding up and slowing down, speeding up, slowing down, and this is just going to burn excessive fuel. Now, another thing you can do is if your car has a built-in system monitor, you can monitor your fuel mileage while you're driving down the road. If it doesn't have a built-in one, you can get one from a company like Bully Dog. They make a really good one called the Watchdog, and that's just going to help you track the fuel mileage. It also tracks multiple other things on the car, but the main thing that I've ever used it for is tracking fuel mileage, and I use that to help adjust my driving habits to help get better mileage. And the last thing is going to be what I call a driver mod. And driver mod means changing the way that you drive. That's going to be probably the most important on this entire list. You don't want to use a heavy foot when you're accelerating, because obviously that's just going to burn a ton of fuel. Also, one that a lot of people don't think about is if you wait to the last second to slam on the brakes, you're not giving the car a chance to use less fuel while slowing down. When you hit the brakes, most cars have what's called a deceleration fuel cut, and it limits the amount of fuel you're using while you're coming to a stop, and it makes your mileage go way up while coming to a stop. So instead of slamming on the brakes at the last second, if you can, let the car slow down a lot slower. Now I'll have a few of these things linked right down below that like button for you to go ahead and purchase if you think that you need them. If you found any use from this video, please do me a favor, like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you stay up to date whenever I upload a new video bringing you the best tips and tricks for taking care of your car. As always, thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Do you want to stay up to date on all of the latest ways to keep your car in top shape? Of course you do. You wouldn't still be here at this point if you didn't. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified every time that we upload a new video.